So the picture I chose for this voiceover, I found on a student named Danielle Foltz's, I believe it was her light and color folder. This photo, I scrolled through a bunch of different folders, and a lot of them stood out, but nothing had enough detail that I thought I could talk for 4 minutes. So I found this one because there was a lot going on, just a lot of different colors and uh, different things in the photo. So this photo I found, it looks like it was taken outside of the football stadium. The only reason I can tell that is because of I think that's Commonwealth in the background. But if that wasn't there, I really couldn't tell where it was. This photo looks like it could have been taken in the forest or the woods, who knows where. But when I first saw it, something that stood out to me was the puddle. The puddle stood out to me because it kind of blends in with the rocks, the gray and the black and white colors. And if you look closely, you can tell it's a puddle just because the reflection of the trees in the background. Um, it's not a pond or anything. You can tell it's a puddle just because it goes into the grass and there's not a lot of water there. Another thing that stood out was the rocks. The rocks come together and uh, they they fit together very nicely, and the colors really make it look like a real clear, good picture. The different colors in the rocks add different textures, and you can really see all the grooves and texture on the rocks. Another thing that stood out was the green grass at the top of the puddle. Unlike the rest of the grass, it's covered in mostly dead leaves and brown dead grass, but the top of it has some pretty green color to it, probably because of the puddle that's sitting there. Um, but yeah, that really added some nice green color to the fall gray and brown colors that this photo has. Another thing in the photo that stands out is just the leaves. The photo looks more focused on the front two rocks and below. So the leaves at the bottom in that little triangle groove in between the rocks, the leaves look very like HD, I guess you could say. You can see the different shadows and the light coming through the cracks of the rock and leaves, which really makes it look nice. Another thing was the rock on the top right, in the middle of your screen to the right, with the lines, the gray and the white colors. This, at first, you could think that there might be snow or something on top of the rock, but it's definitely you can. Once you look closely at it, you can tell it's just part of the rock, the color and different cracks and textures of the rock. Something that I would change about this photo if someone could retake it, I would definitely just cut out the football stadium in the background, because if you didn't have the stadium in the background, nobody could really tell that this was taken right outside of a school campus. I really like this photo just because of the rock, the grass, the water, the trees, the leaves. They all stand out nicely. And I think this photo is very clear because it's more focused on the front of the picture rather than the back, because the back of the picture is more blurry because I'm assuming the camera focused right on the main part of it. But yeah, all the different rocks with the water in the background really make it look nice. Compared to the other photos that I was debating on doing the voiceover for, there's a lot of pretty colors in all the photos, but uh, this had the most to talk about. I thought this photo was very interesting, and I really uh, was drawn to it when I was searching for a photo. I enjoy like nature photos and different natural artifacts in the photos, so that's why I chose this photo. Thank you.